Welcome to Unstoppable You Now, where we explore the profound stories that shape our character and define our true inner strength. In a beautiful valley, there lived a magnificent horse, known far and wide as the strongest and fastest animal in the land. He took great pride in his immense power and never refused a single request from any neighbor living in the valley. He carried heavy sacks of grain for the old cow, straining his back without ever complaining about the crushing heavy weight. He pulled large wooden carts to help the goat family, using all his strength while they sat comfortably and watched him. He even ran long distances to deliver messages for the sheep, believing that his constant service was the path to love. The horse truly believed that if he helped absolutely everyone, he would receive deep love and respect from all his neighbors. However, the reality was quite different, as the other animals only praised him with empty social pleasantries and hollow, flattering words. They would say things like, "You are so kind," or "You are wonderful," but their requests for help never actually stopped. Not a single animal truly cared when they saw his strong legs trembling from fatigue or his breath coming in gasps. He was drowning in the demands of others, yet he continued to say yes, fearing that refusal would mean being rejected. One particularly scorching afternoon, the heat was unbearable, and the exhausted horse felt his energy draining away like water in sand. Unable to take another step, the loyal horse finally collapsed from sheer exhaustion, right beside the cool, flowing water of the stream. As he lay there helpless, other animals walked by, but instead of asking about his health, they only thought of themselves. A passing goat looked down and simply asked, "Can you carry some goods for me a little later this afternoon?" The horse could not answer, his heart sinking with a heavy realization that his well-being did not matter to them. That night, the horse lay gazing up at the distant stars, feeling a profound emptiness growing deep inside his weary soul. He asked himself why he felt so lonely and unappreciated, despite giving everything he had to help everyone in the valley. The next morning, a wise old turtle approached the resting horse, moving slowly, but with a sense of great purpose. The turtle looked at the exhausted animal and spoke softly, saying, "You are not being kind, you are just being available." The horse was startled by these words, never having considered that his constant helping might actually be a form of weakness. The turtle explained that when you always say yes, your help becomes expected and loses its true value and significance. He told the horse that by destroying his own health for others, he was not being a hero, but a victim. You are destroying yourself to carry the burdens of others, forgetting that you also have a life that needs protection. The turtle left him with a final thought, saying that true kindness requires boundaries to be sustainable and truly meaningful. The horse stood up, shaking the dust from his coat, feeling a shift in his perspective that he had never felt. The very next day, the old cow approached him with another massive load of goods, assuming the horse would immediately help. The horse took a deep breath, gathered his courage, and prepared to do something he had never dared to do before. He looked the cow in the eye, and for the first time in his life, he firmly and politely answered, "No." The cow was absolutely shocked, staring in disbelief, as if the sun had suddenly decided to rise from the west. News spread quickly through the valley, and the other animals began to whisper that the horse had suddenly become very selfish. They gossiped and complained, saying he was no longer the good friend they knew, simply because he refused to be used. But strangely, despite the gossip, the horse felt a massive weight lift off his shoulders, leaving him feeling light and free. As time went on, the horse began to prioritize his own well-being, enjoying the simple moments he had previously missed. He did not stop helping entirely, but he chose to help only those who were in genuine need of his strength. He helped those who knew how to cherish his effort, and for the first time, the gratitude he received was sincere. The animals that only knew how to take advantage of him slowly drifted away, realizing he was no longer a servant. In their place remained true friends, who were willing to work alongside him, rather than just watching him work alone. The horse looked at his reflection in the water and saw not just a strong body, but a spirit at peace. He regained his health and now gallops with a calm gaze, knowing he has the power to protect his own energy. The difference was night and day, proving that preserving his own vitality allowed him to be a better version of himself. The profound lesson he learned is that kindness without boundaries is nothing more than a form of self-destruction and neglect. You are not being selfish when you say no. You are simply learning to respect your own value and personal limits. When you protect your own peace, you teach others how to treat you, establishing a standard of mutual respect and dignity. The horse often thanked the wise turtle, for that simple advice had saved him from a life of bitter exhaustion. Even the valley changed as other animals learned to carry their own burdens, making the whole community stronger and better. True strength is not just about physical power, but about the mental fortitude to stand up for your own well-being. Now, when he runs with freedom, not obligation, and his spirit soars higher than the eagles in the sky. Remember that you can only truly help others when your own cup is full, so never let yourself run completely dry. The horse became a mentor to the younger generation, teaching them that saying no is a necessary part of self-care. Let this story remind you that your energy is a precious resource that should be invested, not just given away freely. Just like the horse, you have the right to set boundaries and demand respect from those who wish to be near you. Do not fear losing people who only want to use you, for their departure creates space for those who truly care. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that your kindness is a gift to be cherished, not a duty to be exploited. The valley remains beautiful, but now it is a place of balance, where every creature understands the value of mutual respect. May you find the courage to speak your truth and the wisdom to protect the sanctuary of your own inner peace. Take a deep breath and feel the freedom that comes when you finally decide to stop living for everyone else's approval. Be strong like the horse, be wise like the turtle, and